Apparently, all we have is vegetables. I have no time, so, you can see right here.
Yeah, you really can't predict what's in store for the future, can you? Whenever a new idea forms, there's often this very deep feeling of discouragement down in my gut that I can't make a blog based off that subject. But you have seen me overcome those feelings before, and if we ever just let those thoughts win, we're not gonna get far. However though, you are really stretching it, Kale. Like seriously, I'm more up to date with Roblox than I am with VeggieTales, and that's saying quite a bit. That's not to say the OG veggies are bad, far from it. But it's just been so freaking long since I've seen an episode, like, so long. Like, this is me when I was in preschool, the kid on the left in 2003. That would have been the period of my life when I was all about the veggies. You could even say I thought it was the GOAT.
Fellas looking for a quarterback? The GOAT! GOAT is the dick.
And actually, I've wanted to go back and have my dad drive past that preschool just for some nostalgia, but he told me that it's in a part of town that none of the family lives that close to anymore, and it's kind of out of the way. So if we ever have time to take a detour, we'll have to go visit. Because if I remember correctly, these were all the years of school that I served. I've memorized where schools 2 through 4 are, but I don't believe I've seen the preschool since I was last there 20 years ago. I really do need a refresher. Anyway, enough with getting sidetracked. Just to prove to you guys that the sky is not the limit, I am going to make this video about VeggieTales, specifically the behind the scenes of the Jonah movie. Been so long since I've seen that as well. And for you atheists that watch my stuff, don't worry, we're not tackling any religious beliefs in this one. In fact, it's going to be pretty funny. So like I always do, a link to the actual BTS will be in the description. I will not be going over everything in full detail because it was proving too difficult. I will commentate on as much as I can, but there will be a few parts that get left out. So let's get started.
This is Larry the Cucumber.
And this is Mr. Lant.
We're the producers. And, oh, who's that right there? Oh, yeah.
I am Khalil. I am your editor for today. I will be running the show for you and pushing all these fancy buttons. Oh, what does this one do?
Do you know how to edit?
Editing runs very deep in my family.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, so it runs deep in the family, you say? Interesting. Were your great-grandparents also editing stuff? And remember guys, this was 2002, the year before I started preschool, so this whole editing stuff is way weaker than it is now. And to think that 02 was already one generation ago. Like, people from that year already have kids of their own, a few of them do. Pretty insane to think about, actually. Slow your ass down. So probably who are now great-grandparents from the 1920s. I don't think they're editing much. Okay, yes, I know, it was a joke. I'm going way too deep into that. What the Indian caterpillar really means is he's good with editing. It doesn't run with the family, he just had to learn that from school or somewhere. It's weird though because we have a cucumber, a gourd, and a caterpillar as our editors. That's a weird mix. Why isn't Khalil like another vegetable or fruit or something?
Okay, Khalil, why don't you go ahead and roll the first shot for us and just stop it after it's done.
This stuff was shot yesterday.
Okay, wait a minute.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
What am I looking at?
Okay, this
I
is
don't
a
even
little
know what
shot.
I'm looking at.
Shut up, bitch!
This is where the van is traveling down the road, but I think, can we frame through that?
Okay,
Let's frame
just
through
one
that.
frame at a time. Beep.
Over the edge there, we got somebody sticking in there. Look at, wait.
No,
Coming up
I
over
do
there.
not-
Khalil, go faster, please.
I am going as fast as I can.
Wait, stop.
Oh.
Look at right there. Look at there.
That is not my fault.
That is Dad Asparagus standing on the hill right there.
Dad Asparagus? Does he not have a real name, just Dad? What if he never had his son? Also, yeah, it is possible that Route 66 was copyrighted and they had to just flip it upside down, despite cars not giving a crap. I don't know why that would be. But anyway, it doesn't matter because Route 99 was a real road at one point in time, so honestly it works. What state is this? Oregon?
What's he doing there?
I don't know.
Was he looking for a donut?
I don't know. Oh, you know what it was? He dropped his keys. And he got out of the van to get them, and then we had to back the shot up, but he forgot to get back in the van.
Well, sounds more like to me that he threw his keys out the damn window. Why are they in the grass? Like, if you were in the car, just pick it off from the floor and put them back in there. There's no reason for them to be outside the car. Seriously.
They're in the grass.
Grass? Grass?
Moving right along. Push.
Kind of got a Being John Malkovich feel to
It does, yeah.
What is this?
Oh, I thought that was the boom mic, but it's a guitar. Look at that!
What?
It's a guitar flying across the screen.
What kind of movie is this?
What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
film are you making, young man?
Wow. Okay, well, we got to redo that one, too. And what's with those big black spots? Is that an oil slick? Oh, I know what happened. The van leaked oil. It got all over the guitar, and it slipped out of Dad's hands, and it went flying out the window.
Buddy, are you even paying attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth? Very little, if anything, of that sentence makes sense. Like, the van is leaking oil. It would be coming out of the back of the van. How would it get in the front seat? Hey, don't look at me. I'm just trying to fill this episode up. I mean, I know it's a joke, but you know what? So is this.
This is where Bob put on the brakes a little too fast, and Laura's seat came disconnected.
It looks like
Let's roll that one again, Khalil.
Okay, back and forth. Here we go.
It looks like footage of her on Splash Mountain.
Look at that.
What is
wow.
that?
That's some funny stuff
I
right
will
there.
go slower now. Look at this.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go down the hill and you forget your van, I guess.
Now, is she really in the forest or is that a real screen projection?
No, she's in the forest. Yep.
She was on a
in the
rail,
forest.
right?
And she's not even wearing her seatbelt.
Yeah, we didn't get the shot of her going into the water. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. I do feel pretty cozy with these behind-the-scenes clips. Like, nothing beats the forest during the nighttime. That's gotta be the best, or the GOAT. Early 2000s, ladies and gentlemen. Although, I would have loved to see the carrot getting washed. Like, was there squealing, or... Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and skip a few shots here. There's really not anything noteworthy about them. Basically, there's one with Paul Grape in his big-ass mouth, and another with Junior having these bulging eyes, you know, stuff like that. However, though, this next part is gonna be a bit iffy. And yeah, it's VeggieTales, but something else comes to mind when I hear this.
This is it.
That's...
Oh!
I don't want to see that again.
Look at that. Let's freeze flame this one.
Oh, no. Not before lunch, man.
Wow.
That
look
makes
at
me
that.
ill.
Poor Laura.
Holy mackerel, was she animated by some Ren and Stimpy animator or
Look at
something?
that.
What's
I
that all
don't
about?
know.
Holy
guess.
cow,
Look at
that's
that.
a portal to another
That looks
dimension.
like...
Okay. That was a bit more censored than I would have liked. And originally I was actually planning to put a censored screen over that dialogue just as a cheesy pun or something, but I really don't know if that would have been pushing it too far or not. I mean, yeah, I know I'm known for dark humor at times, but we gotta draw the line somewhere. Yeah, I know I butchered a completely great opportunity, but better safe than sorry, I guess. But you get the point, we're moving on now.
Let's keep going. Oh, look at that.
It's
wow,
Zorro!
This is where Pa...
Ow, look at my eye.
Oh.
Ow.
What's with all the eye and mouth glitches? That seems to be an ongoing thing.
That's what you get when you shoot on Johnny Cash Day.
What?
Look at you, your eyeballs are flipping out.
I went
and I
to
got
the,
Johnny Cash.
What does Johnny damn Cash, have anything to do with any of this? These veggies are so damn silly, I don't want to eat them. It's hard to comprehend any of this, but I like it. Well, anyway, not much to say on the next shot, so let's move on to the one after that.
It was kind of like that
Right.
Celine Dion
Right?
feel. Yeah, I think they left the fan on.
fan
though,
was
and
on
the
for-
Cheese girls just went nuts.
Man, they've got the ballistics on those cheese curls are pretty incredible.
Yeah, we're lucky
You know?
it
We are
Jonah.
lucky no one was injured in this shot.
Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this. If you turned on a big box fan and you just dropped a ripped bag of party-sized Doritos right in front of it, do you think the impact of all those Doritos would hurt you that bad? And you could be saying, Kale, they're not Doritos, they're cheese curls. Get it right, stupid. But they're still not shards of glass, you know what I mean?
Oh, there I am.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
He's riding
Where'd
on
he
his
go?
magic cheese curl. Look at that. I think we got that one from George Lucas. It's like one of those hover cheese curls.
That's funny stuff right there. So I'm guessing what Larry is really saying here is they took the pod racers or whatever floats in Star Wars and they just reskinned it to look like a chip. This has got to be the best shot we've had so far.
Our next movie could be Khalil and the Magic Cheese Curl. Wouldn't that be a good
I
one?
think that would be a
Sounds-
wonderful idea.
sounds too much like the Smurfs to me.
A whole new cheese curl.
Don't hold your curl.
You
I
are
don't know what
making
that
fun of
means.
me.
I want to be
I am going to the next
part
shot.
of that cheese curl. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
man, look Look at that.
Wow, look at
What's
that.
that all about?
Nice
That-
teeth,
Thank you
Khalil.
very much.
That's,
Wow, how did you do that? Did you take that same ointment that Jonah
It was
used?
vanishing cream.
He saw the whale and he got scared right out of his skin.
Wow.
Yeah, I've read about that
Yes, my-
happening.
Yeah?
You know, when
Yeah.
I was in
Yes, my
medical
skin
school.
was-
Mr. Lunt was in medical school since when? And speaking of medical, there's this word called aphasia. It basically means you struggle to communicate properly, not exactly a speech impediment.
This is the last time I work with someone with a speech impediment. This means war.
It basically means you don't speak very well. I don't have any aphasia, but I do sometimes use that word for when I want to have a conversation, but I don't know what I want the conversation to be about. That is kind of a struggle for me. I don't want to talk about just stupid shit, so better just not say anything at all. Unless I'm making a blog, but these behind the scenes are starting to give me some aphasia. Like, we're gonna have to skip some shots. I don't have much else to say. Let's wrap this up pretty soon. But now we've moved away from the facial issues to invisible things like the caterpillar and the boat.
Whoa! Hey, what
wait a
happened to the
minute.
I did not
boat?
even see the wires.
That.
What? That's a brave new
Wait,
world.
go back. Holy
I'm
cow.
telling you that much.
Look at that.
We're just
This
levitating
magic
back there.
plankton.
Wow.
But you know, if the audience is focused on Jonah, maybe they won't notice.
Yeah.
You know?
Notice
Yeah,
what?
they may not notice that. Yeah, notice
You-
what?
you
There's
can-
nothing not to
yeah,
notice.
Right. It's like when you got a short actor like, you know, Tom Cruise or Dustin Hoffman, and you got him with a tall leading lady. You dig a trench, you have the girl walk in a trench, the guy was walking up on a plank or something, and no one ever notices. All these cheats in Hollywood that people don't notice.
Yeah, this one might, we might be able to get by
we
on this
could pull
one.
this off with editing.
Yeah, Hollywood has gotten pretty clever with their editing over the decades, haven't they? Just like I have, except it only took me 4 years to figure out how to get to where I am now. Like, the blogs weren't edited until 2021. So +1 for Kale-Idle-Scope, I guess. No, forget that.
I think that could be big.
Okay, this is pretty good, but I noticed one thing. You
What?
see,
This
you
looks
see that
okay.
key in the background? He's inflating. Look at that. He's getting bigger through the whole
Wow,
shot.
you're right.
Yeah, he's kind of walking and talking and growing at the
What
same
was
time.
he eating?
Well, we had those inflatable peas for extras because we didn't have the budget for real extras.
Yeah.
I guess we forgot to turn off the air, huh?
That's right. Yep. It's got the
Man.
little balloon, that little helium balloon machine right behind
Yeah.
him. I think he's obscuring it. You can't see it.
It's
but,
good thing the director yelled cut before he blew.
Yep.
Man, that would have scared the kids.
It would have.
Blowing pee all
Blowing
over the
pea
place.
soup.
That would have been really pea soup.
Pea soup.
Wait, hold on a sec. You said that pea wasn't inflatable, but you're scared of it getting pea guts everywhere. If it weren't inflatable, there would be air, and that's it. No guts. So it's not a matter of it getting messy, it's a matter of a loud bang. Which, admittedly, yes, that would scare the kids. To have such a loud pop in the middle of nowhere. In fact, that would scare me. Like, put this in perspective, at my uncle and aunt's house. One day, they were watching some football or whatever hell sport it was. Because, my cousins are into that stuff. But I had a baby cousin who was like, playing with toys on the floor and crap. And when my dad gets excited, he shouts, "Yes!" And the baby starts crying. Let me be honest with you. I'm crying too. Well, okay, maybe not. But I just don't like loud noises like that either. I mean, I probably tolerate them more than the kid that's 20 years younger than me, but that still doesn't change the fact that it hurts my ears. Alright, well, that's about all the commentaries and opinions I have to share about VeggieTales. This was going to be a two-parter episode, believe it or not, but like I said, a lot of these shots have not much going for them. That was some pretty funny shiz, though. Watch it yourself if you happen to have the time to do so. I will see you in the next vlog. Goodbye.